Thought our guys played well. A lot of things that we definitely could have done better. But anytime you can walk out with a win in college football, it's big. So definitely happy about that situation. Want to thank the fans. Thought again, as cold as it was, what a turnout. So can't thank them enough. And we're going to need them here this Friday. We got a big rivalry game with Arkansas, and looking forward to that as well. And from there, I will open it up.
Who from the younger guys that kind of got in there a little bit later kind of impressed you and took advantage of that?
It's a good question. They all showed flashes. I'll put it that way. It's like I always say. They show you flashes, and they also show you why they're not ready to play 60 snaps a game. So I thought everybody that went in there had their moments, showed some flashes, but I think a lot of them have room to grow as well. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint someone that's going in there and really just standing out from a complete game standpoint.
Blake, what makes Arkansas dangerous, especially with KJ back?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing, right? He's an incredible talent, big, strong, can make all the throws. He always seems to be able to get out of the pocket and break tackles. Even having the chance to compete against him last year, I believe it was a critical third or fourth down. We had him in the backfield. He was able to shake us off and get the first down. So. But he really is a complete quarterback. As big and as strong and as mobile as he is, I think he's really improved in throwing the ball, especially when you look at the Ole Miss game. I thought he was really on point all night long, giving his shoulder rest from that LSU game. But it starts with him, and then obviously Rocket Sanders is a big physical back. I mean, both those guys are big dudes. So I think, they lean on people. They wear you down as the game goes on. I think they're talented at the receiver spot, at all three receiver spots. I think their tight end, who's a converted receiver, he's a mismatch problem as well. And then I think they're very well coached up front. I think their center is a really, really good player. So, but at the end of the day, KJ Jefferson's kind of he's the motor under the hood. You know what I mean? And again, when you have a guy like Rocket Sanders, who I believe is first or second in the SEC in rushing, the thing that's really stood out to me from him is he's incredibly patient, more so than last year. He's really done a phenomenal job being patient, keeps his shoulders square, stays low. As big as he is, believe it or not, he does a good job hiding behind his offensive line. So we got our hands full. It's a very, very talented offense. It's put up a lot of points, so we got our hands full.
Coach Rinkwitz talked earlier today about the transfer portal opening up in a couple weeks and having to recruit your own guys and stuff like that. What are your thoughts on the portal, and kind of what would you say to someone who might not feel like they're playing as much as they want and thinking about it?
Yeah, I think that's the new age of college football. Those discussions will happen after this week, but I think each case is individual of itself. There's some guys that want to go test the waters and see if the grass is greener, and there's no bars on the window, there's no locks on the door. So there's obviously we don't want anybody to leave, but if people are unhappy here, that's kind of the beauty of the 85 for 85. So to me, that'll be a conversation in a week, but I think each individual case is probably going to be handled differently.
There's other coaches at other schools who might be in some guys' ears all.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you're naive if you think that's not happening. So there's definitely guys. I don't know a percentage, but I know for sure there's been guys on our team that's been contacted by other coaches or other places.
Yes, what?
When you're facing a short week like this one, how useful is it to be able to maybe get some rest in the previous game on Saturday there for some of the guys that have
Yeah, I think and that's what I'm really proud of is we could have played a lot cleaner, but we did our job. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we won the game. We were able to get some of those guys like you talked about. We've had quite a few guys play a lot of snaps, and the cumulative effect over the entire season that wears on you. So we were able to get some guys out of there, get them some rest. And just the rest of their body, you know what I mean? I thought we just had a really spirited practice. I thought they were flying around, did a good job, and anytime you can take that load off of them, it's going to be beneficial, and it's beneficial, like we just talked about, for the young kids to get reps too. So, especially guys that are utilizing the 4-game rule, and next year, if we're counting on them, it's not their first time to ever step in between the white lines on a Saturday night. So, it's a win-win situation.
For some of those young guys, can it be like a boost mentally to get in there and maybe not do so good, or you maybe realize, oh, I'm not ready, I need to?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I talked to some of the guys about. Is I'll use Jelani Williams as a perfect example. Jelani Williams, without a doubt, has not gotten the reps that he's wanted throughout the year, and I get it, But he's a senior that works every single day, prepares every single day like he's a starter. He comes in the second, third series, grades extremely well. I think he had the most snaps on anybody in the defense. And I used him as an example to the young guys. You know what I mean? Young guys, they don't ever think their time's coming. You know what I mean? And when it does come, did you do everything you could do to prepare yourself to be successful? And, you see that with some guys, and you saw some guys that had not prepared that way. It's the old saying, and I don't know it verbatim, but freshmen are happy to be here. Sophomores just want to play. Juniors want to start, and seniors want to win. And I think that showed Saturday night. There was a lot of freshmen that have probably been happy to be here, not thinking their time was going to come. So I think it was a wake-up call to some of them. Hopefully, a lot of them to understand the importance of preparing every single week like you're a starter. No, he practiced. Tyrone, yeah. Tyron or Tyrone? Oh, I'm sorry. Tyrone, yeah. He's out with a shoulder. He's out with a shoulder. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking big hop, little hop, man. No, but yeah, he'll be out. He'll be out Saturday or Friday. Whatever day it is. Whatever day it is, yep. But yeah, he'll unfortunately be out Friday. No, turf days, man. I don't like cleats on the turf. I like the cleats on the grass. It actually makes my back and legs feel better, but on the turf it doesn't have the same effect, man. So tennis shoes on turf days.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all.